What's up, Soul Fam, and everyone out there in the world? This is Nihility Tarot, and this is going to be a flight astro reading for the dates of October 18th through the 25th. Now, this is going to be a reading for Aries through Pisces, and keep in mind that timestamps will be down below for all signs. First off in the description, and then in the comments, if anybody doesn't check the description. So, in any case, let's start off with the planetary aspects, which is where the moon is going to be transitioning, and what signs the moon is going to be transitioning for the this week of October 18th to the 25th. So, with the moon starting the week off in Aries, this is going to be a full moon, so we are either going to be fulfilled or unfulfilled when it comes to the area of life that you have Aries in, aka the house that you have Aries in your birth chart. But overall, this is going to have us react and respond to initiating and creating new ways of feeling the emotions. Well, with that being said, it is a full moon, so the sun being in Libra, which is putting all of our actions, viewpoints, and how we see the world, as well as our wants, into the energies of cardinal Ale, initiating and creating new ways of thinking and communicating. And Aries, not Aries, but the moon is also represents our needs. So that's what the transition of the moon is going to start the week off in, which is going to carry out through most of the week. While the moon is full in Aries, the moon is going to be transitioning in Taurus on October 21st. So this is going to be all of our reaction and responses and what we feel we need, and the energies of fixed earth, being fixated on our own ways of thinking and being practical. Then on the 23rd of October, the moon is going to transit Gemini, which is going to put all of our reaction and responses and needs in the energies of mutable Ale, being mutable and adaptable to our own and other people's ways of thinking and communicating. And then to end the week off, the moon is going to transit Cancer on the 25th of October, which is going to be the last day, with steroids included, which is going to put all of our reaction responses and needs once again in the energies of cardinal water, initiating and creating new ways of feeling the emotions. So, with that being said, the major planetary aspects, major planetary aspects and transitions. The sun is going to be in 0 degrees Scorpio on the 23rd of October, which is going to be starting off Scorpio season. So it's going to put all of our actions, our viewpoints, how we see the world, and our wants, and the energies of fixed water, being fixated on our own ways of feeling the emotions. And then on the 18th of October, which is the first day of this week, Jupiter goes direct in Aquarius. So Jupiter representing our meanings and reasonings, as well as higher knowledge, wisdom, and experiences, and the energies of fixed Ale, being fixated on our own ways of thinking and communicating. And with it going direct, our experiences and the way we, our knowledge and our wisdom is going to go direct, start moving forward. So we're going to go through new experiences when it comes to the energies of Aquarius, which again is fixed Ale, being fixated on our own ways of thinking and communicating. So, with all that being said, let's start. I'm going to start off this reading as a whole, starting off with Aries, and Aries will be at 4:20. So, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mars. Let's see what you guys got going on for the week of October 18th through the 25th. Hopefully you guys can hear me. You'll notice that my videos have been a little quiet, but doing my best to be as loud as possible without waking anybody up, because sometimes they take naps during the day. But let's move on to, like I said, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mars. So let's pour out. And then one more thing, Aries is cardinal fire, initiating and creating new ways of feeling the emotions. And Aries was born out of the first house of self, personal interest, affairs, and insecurities. So, with that being said, I want to just give a quick shout out to Dollar the Parliament for implementing the flight Astro reading itself into the world. Credit goes to him, of course. So, with that being said, let's start off with this Aries reading, with the Neo. So, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mars, your Neo is the 9 of Diamonds. So the 9 represents ascension, and the Diamonds represents a gift. So you're ascending into a gift. So, take advantage and keep a lookout for this gift that you're ascending in. And let's see what your Morpheus is. See what energies are tied to this gift that you're ascending in. You are into. So, your Morpheus is the Ace of Hearts. So, while ascending into this gift, you, Ace, are an opportunity. So, don't let anybody deter you from thinking otherwise, because you are an opportunity currently during this week of October 18th through the 25th. Now, let's pull out your last card, being... Alright, so you may be a little scattered. It was like 3 or 4 cards, I'm not going to do that underlying story, but you are a bit scattered due to the fallout. Or maybe if people are falling out and you know this, or just scatteredness in general, or that might have been just me. So, let's pull out your Trinity. And your Trinity is the 5 of Diamonds. So 5 represents you emotionally connected to a gift, Diamonds. So, to recap this reading, you are ascending into a gift, you are an opportunity, and you're emotionally connected to a gift, be a person, place, or thing. So, with that being said, let's calculate these cards via numbers to see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you are dealing with in general. So 9 plus the 1 from the Ace is 10, plus the 5 is 15, 5 plus 1 is 6, so you could be dealing with a Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury, or you need to utilize the Virgo energy to keep this going, or rectify any negative energies that are tied to this, which that means to put things on schedule, day-to-day routine, possibly focus on your health, but since it's gifts and you being an opportunity, I feel like you need to put things on routine during this time. So, that is for Aries. Now, moving on to Taurus, which we at 8-10. So, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venuses. See what you guys got going on for the week of October 18th through the 25th. Of course, Taurus, you are fixed earth, being fixated on your own ways of thinking and being practical. And Taurus was born out of the second house of values and where you plant seeds. So, see what you guys got going on for the week of, like I said, October 18th through the 25th. So your Neo is the 9 of clubs. So 9 represents ascension, but you're ascending into a learning process during this week. So keep an eye out for anything that you may need to learn, though you are ascending into a learning process for yourself this week. Now, let's move on to the Morpheus. So your Morpheus is the 5 of Spades. So 5 of Spades is 5 represents you emotionally connected to opposition. So whatever learning process you're ascending to or into is going to get you into emotionally connected with opposition. I don't know what that might be. Might something negative, unfortunately, or just something opposite to you that you're emotionally connected to from ascending into this learning process. Might be learning that your job's not for you, or relationship's not for you, or something's not for you, and you're emotionally connected to opposition. But let's see what you guys got going on for your Trinity for the week of October 18th through the 25th. Now, you get the 7 of clubs. So, even though you are ascending into a learning process and you're emotionally connected to opposition, you are getting privy to some information, which is 7. So you're getting privy to some information that's got you learning as well. So, you got all black, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venuses. I don't know what you guys got going on, but let's see what you guys need, what energies you guys need to use to rectify this, or who you're dealing with in general, or who you may be dealing with in general. So, 7 plus 5 is 12, and then 12 plus 9 is 21. 2 plus 1 is 3, so that's Gemini. So you could be dealing with a Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury, or you need to utilize the Gemini energy in order to rectify this, which means to put things, or not put things, but let me calculate this one more time just to make sure. 7, yeah, 12 plus 9 is 21. So yeah, Gemini. So you need to either use the Gemini energy, which means to communicate in a mutable way, focus on communication or what's familiar to you, or you're just straight up dealing with a Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury. So, moving on to Gemini, which is 11:45. So Gemini, once again, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury. Let's see what you guys got going on for the week of October 18th through the 25th. So Gemini, you are mutable AO, being mutable and adaptable to your own and other people's ways of thinking and communicating. And Gemini itself was born out of the 3rd house of familiarity and local surroundings. So, see what you guys got going on for the week of October 18th through the 25th. So your Neo is the Queen of Clubs. So the Queen of Clubs is you receiving grant support from a learning process. So you are learning and you're receiving that grant support from a learning process during this week. Now, let's move on to the Morpheus, or your Morpheus, for this week of October 18th through the 25th. And your Morpheus is the 3 of Clubs. So the 3 of Clubs is something in your surroundings has got you learning. So there is something in your surroundings that's got you learning from receiving grant support from a learning process. So whatever you're receiving grant support from a learning process, very well is in your surroundings, with the 3 of Clubs being here. Now with the Trinity, let's see if we can put some light into the reading. Your Trinity is the Ace of Hearts. So you, Ace, are an opportunity. So let's recap. You're receiving grant support from a learning process. Something in your surroundings has got you learning, and you are an opportunity during this week. So let's see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you are dealing with in general. So 3 plus Ace, Ace is 1, so that's 4, plus the 10 for the Queen, that's 14, plus the 2 is 16, 6 plus 1 is 7, so you could be dealing with the Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or you need to utilize the Libra energy in order to rectify this, which means to create balance, or some harmony, equilibrium, do things in moderation, or like I said, you're just dealing with the Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus during this time. Now, let's move on to Cancer, which is going to be 14:30. So, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. Let's see what you guys got going on for the week of October 18th through the 25th. So, Cancer, you are cardinal water, initiating and creating new ways of feeling the emotions. And Cancer, the Cancer constellation itself was born out of the 4th house of family, privacy, and yeah, so just family and privacy and people that you consider family. So, see what your Neo is for this week of October 18th through the 25th. So your Neo is the 9 of Diamonds. So you are ascending into a gift. 9, Ascension, Diamonds, a gift. So you're ascending into a gift. That is really good to see. You may be dealing with an Aries, since Aries also had the ascension into a gift, I believe. Don't quote on me on that, but if I remember correctly, they were ascending into a gift as well. So, maybe dealing with an Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars. But let's see what you guys got going on for your Morpheus. And your Morpheus is the King of Clubs. So, you're but you're giving grant support to a learning process. So you know that you need to learn, and you're giving that grant support to a learning process during this week. And it's coming from ascending into a gift. So let's move on to your Trinity. And your Trinity is the 9 of Clubs. So you're also ascending 9 into a learning process. So let's recap. You're ascending into a gift. You're giving grand support to a learning process, which has also got you ascending into more learning processes during this week. So let's see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you're dealing with in general. Take the 10 from the King, plus the 9 plus 9 is 18, plus the 10 from the King, like I said, is 28, plus the 3 from the King is 31. 3 plus 1 is 4, so you could be dealing with a Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or you could be your own worst enemy at this time also. So you may think that you need to learn more than what you already know. Well, you're already giving your grant support from learning. With the Force card, you are ascending into a gift. So you may think that you need to learn more about whatever gift you are ascending in, but you may not need to during this time, with Cancer being the energies that is coming up with the cards being added together. So again, you can be your own worst enemy at this time, or you're dealing with a fellow Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or you need to utilize your own energy, which is to put more care towards whatever this gift is. Alright, so with that being said, let's move on to Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. So Leo will be at 18, 15. So Leo, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's see what you guys got going on for the week of October 18th through the 25th. So Leo is fixed fire, being fixated on its own ways of seeing and feeling the emotions. And Leo itself was born out of the 5th house of expressions, fun, entertainment, and whatever you're creatively working on. So let's see what you guys got going on for the week of October 18th through the 25th. Like I said, starting off with your Neo. So your Neo is the Ace of Clubs. So you, Ace, are learning clubs. So you're learning right now, just in general. It could be about your work, personal life, relationship life, whatever the case may be, you are learning. So let's move on to your Morpheus. And your Morpheus is the Queen of Hearts. So the Queen of Hearts is you receiving grant support from an opportunity. So you're receiving grant support from an opportunity during this week. Be it person, place, or thing. And this is coming from you learning about something about yourself, or just you learning in general. Now let's move on to your Trinity. And the Trinity is the 8 of Clubs. So you're spending a whole lot of time into a learning process. So from you learning, just in general, you're receiving grant support from an opportunity, which has got you spending a whole lot of time into a learning process while you're already learning. So let's see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you are dealing with in general. So take the 8 and the 1 from the Ace, that's 9. Take the 10 from the Queen, that's 19, plus the 2 from the Queen that's left over, which is 21. 2 plus 1 is 3, so that's Gemini. Gemini is being appeared in a lot of these readings, so I think there was already 3 signs that had Gemini, right? It's Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury. Or you need to utilize the Gemini energy in order to rectify this, which means to communicate in a way. Communicate about what it is that you're learning, and communicate about this opportunity that you're receiving grant support from. Or you're just straight up dealing with a Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury. Now, let's move on to Virgo, which will be at 21:15. So, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury. So let's see what you guys got going on for the week of October 18th through the 25th. Virgo, first off, you are mutable Earth, being mutable and adaptable to your own and other people's ways of thinking and being practical. And Virgo itself was born out of the 6th house of work, schedule, day-to-day routine, and health. So, see what you guys got going on with your Neo for this week of October 18th to the 25th. And you get the 3 of Diamonds. So something in your surroundings is a gift, alright? So something in your surroundings is a gift for you during this week. Now, alright, so you might be a little scattered. So, yeah, you are a little scattered. Not sure what to do. Let's see what your Morpheus is. And your Morpheus is the 2 of Spades. So, somebody else is opposite towards you. So something in your surroundings is a gift. And somebody is opposite towards you when it comes to this gift in your surroundings. So, or just opposite to you in general. So, moving on to the Trinity. And your Trinity is the King of Spades. So you're giving your grant support to opposition during this week as well. So, recapping this reading, something in your surroundings is a gift. Somebody else is opposite towards you, which is putting you into giving your grant support to opposition or things that are opposite towards you. So, let's see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you're dealing with in general. So, take the 3 plus 2 is 5. Take the 10 from the King, that's 15. Plus the 3 from the King is 18. 8 plus 1 is 9. So you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Jupiter, or you need to utilize the Sagittarius energy in order to rectify this, which means to either travel long distance physically, moving to another place, or internally moving your thoughts and feelings to a different esoteric or internal location within yourself. Or you just straight up dealing with the Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Jupiter. Now, moving on to Libra, which we at 24:30. Give it some time, and so Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what you guys got going on for the week of October 18th to the 25th. Libra, you are cardinal Ale, initiating and creating new ways of thinking and communicating. And Libra was born out of the 7th house of relationships and how you relate to others in general. So, let's see what you guys got going on for this week, starting off with your Neo. And your Neo is the Jack of Diamonds. So you're hitting the jackpot when it comes to gifts during this week. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venuses. That is really, really good to see. It's like one of the best cards to get. So, you're hitting the jackpot of gifts during this week. Now, let's move on to your Morpheus. Your Morpheus is the King of Spades. So even though you're hitting the jackpot of gifts, you're giving your grand support to opposition during this week as well. So watch out for what you're giving your grand support to, because it very well could be opposite towards you. And that'd be energetically wise or physically wise as well. So you may be feeling opposite to these gifts that you're hitting the jackpot in, and you may need to transmute that opposite energy into something more positive. So see what your Trinity is, and your Trinity is the 8 of Diamonds. So you're spending a whole lot of time into gifts. So let's recap. You're hitting the jackpot when it comes to gifts. You're giving your grand support to opposition, but you're still hitting the jackpot of gifts. So you, like I said, you may feel opposite from these gifts, and you're still spending time, a whole lot of time in these gifts during this week of October 18th to the 25th. Now let's calculate these cards via numbers to see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you're dealing with in general. So take the 10s from the King and the Jack, that's 20, plus the 8 is 28, plus the 1 from the Jack left over from the Jack is 29. Then take the 3s, the 3 from what's left over of the King, that's 32. 3 plus 2 is 5, so you could be dealing with a Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or you're just straight up dealing with not straight up dealing, but you need to utilize the Leo energy, which means to express yourself and express whatever it is that you're creatively working on during this week. So, or you're just straight up dealing with a Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising during this week as well. Now, let's move on to Scorpio. So Scorpio will be at 2730. So Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mars. Let's see what you guys got going on for the week of October 18th through the 25th. Scorpio, you are fixed water, being fixated on your own ways of feeling the emotions. The Scorpio itself was born out of the 8th house of behind closed doors energies, secrets, occult, and mysticism. The area of life of those energies. So let's see what you guys got going on for your Neo for the week of October 18th through the 25th. So your Neo is the Jack of Spades. So you're hitting the jackpot of opposite energy during this week. So whatever you got going on with you, you're hitting the jackpot of opposition during this week. Let's see what you get, if we can get some light into this reading. So your Morpheus is the 6 of Hearts. So you're paying attention to opportunities during this week. 6, paying attention, heart, opportunities. So even though you're hitting the jackpot of opposition, you're still not letting that affect you, because you're paying attention to opportunities during this week. So let's see what you guys got going on for your Trinity. And your Trinity is the big Joker, the red Joker. So somebody else is having an external epiphany, or not external epiphany, internal epiphany. So somebody else, which that's what the red represents, somebody else. If it was black, then it would be you, but since it's red, it's somebody else having an internal epiphany about you. So let's recap this reading. You're hitting the jackpot of opposite energies. You're paying attention to, not opportunity, you're hitting the jackpot of opposition. And then you're paying attention to opportunities, so you may not let that opposition affect you. Or somebody else is having an internal epiphany when it comes to what you're dealing with in general. So let's see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you're dealing with in general. So 11 plus 6 is 17. 7 plus 1 is 8. So you could be your own worst enemy at this time. So you may feel opposite about things that you shouldn't be feeling opposite about, or you're just straight up, you could be dealing with a fellow Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, or you'll need to utilize your own energies, which is to keep things behind closed doors, be a little bit more secretive, use occult or mysticism, or you're just straight up dealing with a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, or like I say, it could be your own worst enemy during this week. Now, let's move on to Sagittarius, which Sagittarius will be at 31. So 31 minutes. So, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Jupiter. Let's see what you guys got going on for the week of October 18th through the 25th. Of course, Sagittarius is mutable fire, being mutable and adaptable to your own and other people's ways of feeling the emotions. And Sagittarius itself was born out of the 9th house of wisdom, higher knowledge, experiences, and long distance travel. Well, experiences come from the Jupiter energy, since Jupiter was Sagittarius, but still. So, let's see what you guys got going on for the week of October 18th through the 25th, starting off with your Neo. And your Neo is the Jack of Hearts. So, you're hitting the jackpot of opportunities during this week. So, you could be dealing with the Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, because I know they got Jack of Hearts as well in the same position. So, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Jupiter, pay attention to a Libra. I forget the other energies, but there's some signs that need to pay attention, and the signs with the same cards in the same position, or whoever was paying attention to Gemini. So, or needing to use the Gemini energy. But anyways, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Jupiter. Let's see what your Morpheus is. And your Morpheus is the 9 of Hearts. So you're ascending 9 into opportunities. So you've hit the jackpot of opportunities, and you're also ascending into more opportunities during this week. So you guys got a really good reading, possibly even better than, because Libra was paying attention or giving that support to opposition. So yeah, you guys got the best reading for this week so far. Let's see what your what your Trinity is. And then we calculate these cards via numbers to see what energies you need to use to rectify and keep this going. Or rectify any negative energies attached to this, or who you're dealing with in general. So, let's see what your Trinity is. And your Trinity is the 9 of Clubs. So, you are ascending into a learning process during this week. Mind you, Jupiter is going direct in Aquarius, and the Sun is going into Scorpio this week as well. So that could have a big part of it. But with that being said, Jack of Hearts, the Jack of Hearts is you hitting the jackpot of opposites for opportunities, which has got you ascending into opportunities. But through all these opportunities, you are ascending into a learning process, possibly because you had so many opportunities, you don't know which opportunities to take. So, let's calculate these cards via numbers to see what energies you need to use to rectify this, get rid of any negative energies, or who you're dealing with in general. 9 plus 9 is 18. Take the 10 from the Jack, that's 28. Plus the 1 from the Jack is 29. 9 plus 2 is 11. 1 plus 1, or that, it went to straight to 11. So you could be dealing with Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Saturn, or an underlining Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Or you need to utilize the Aquarius energy, which is to be about how you are seen in the public arena, as well as your associates, interact with your associates and your associations. Or you need to utilize the Taurus energy, which means to focus on where you plant seeds and your values. as well as your stability. Or you're just straight up there in Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Saturn, or underlining Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. So, let's move on to Capricorn, and Capricorn will be at 3515. I'm going to take a G and paused it, but let's continue. For Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Saturn for the week of October 18th to 25th. Of course, Capricorn, you are cardinal Earth, initiating and creating new ways of thinking and being practical. And Capricorn itself was born out of the 10th house of status, business, and career. So, which career falls under business. So, let's get your cards going. Starting off with the Neo. So your Neo is the Ace of Clubs. So you are learning. Ace, you, clubs are learning about something here. Person, place, or thing, circumstances, situation this week. So let's move on to your Morpheus. There was another sign that got the Ace of Clubs in the same position. I don't remember which one. If you want to go back through and see, you may be dealing with that particular sign, or you need to pay attention to that particular sign itself. But it was the first card, so let's take that one. Right, let's move on to your Morpheus. Your Morpheus is the Queen of Diamonds. So you're receiving grand support from a gift. So you are learning, and whatever you got yourself learning about, you're receiving grand support from a gift during the process. So let's see what your Trinity is, and then calculate these cards via numbers to see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or getting rid of any negative energy, or who you're dealing with in general. So your Trinity is the Four of Hearts. So the Four of Hearts is means whatever is on your mind, what you're communicating, is an opportunity during this week. So let's recap real quick. You, Ace of Clubs, you are learning. While you're learning, you're receiving grand support from a gift, be a person, place, or thing, and whatever is on your mind or thinking about is an opportunity. Again, a person, place, or thing. So, with that being said, let's calculate these cards via numbers to see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you are dealing with in general. Take the 10 from the Queen. 4 plus 1 is 5, of course, so that's 15, with that 10 included. And take the 2 from the Queen, that's 17. 7 plus 1 is 8, so you can begin with a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, or need to utilize the Scorpio energy to rectify this, which means to keep things behind closed doors. Don't show everybody your hands, be a little bit more secretive, or focus on a cult and mysticism during this week. Or you're just straight up doing the Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars. So, that was Capricorn. Now moving on to Aquarius, which is 38. We'll put it at 38:30. So, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Saturn. So let's see what you guys got going on for the week of October 18th through the 25th. Aquarius, you of course are for fixed air, being fixated on your own ways of thinking and communicating. And Aquarius was born out of the 11th house of how you're seen in the public arena, as well as your associates and the people, places, things that you associate yourself with. So, see what you guys got going on again for the week of October 18th through the 25th. Starting off with your Neo. Your Neo is the Black Joker. So, you are having an internal epiphany during this week. So, with that being said, you are having an internal epiphany during this week. Let's move on to your Morpheus. Your Morpheus is the King of Hearts. So you're giving your grand support to an opportunity during this week as well. That is whatever internal epiphany you're having, it's got you giving your grand support to an opportunity during this week. So that's really, really good. That's just as good as Sagittarius. Now let's see if it's going to end off with a club or a spade. So let's see what you guys got going on for your Trinity, and your Trinity is the Four of Hearts. So whatever is on your mind, what you're thinking, what you're communicating about, is an opportunity. So this has got to be the best reading of all the readings so far. We still have Pisces to do, but this is even better than Sagittarius, because Sagittarius just ended, and they ended up with a 9 of clubs, so they still got a little bit negative energy, but this is really good. So let's recap this reading. With the Black Joker, you're having an internal epiphany. Then you'll give, from this internal epiphany, you're giving your grand support to an opportunity. And then from giving that grand support to an opportunity, whatever is on your mind and what you're thinking about and communicating about is also an opportunity during this week as well, which the week of October 18th to the 25th. So let's calculate these cards via numbers to see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you're dealing with in general. So take the 10 from the King, plus the 4, 10 plus 4, 14, plus the 3 is 17. 7 plus 1 is 8. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, or you need to utilize the Scorpio energy to get rid of any negative energy, which means to keep things behind closed doors. Don't show everybody your hands. Keep things a little bit more secretive, or focus on occult and mysticism. Mind you, Capricorn also dealt with this, as well as some other sign I don't remember. But since I just did Capricorn, I know Capricorn had Scorpio in the reading as well for the add-up. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn, but you are either dealing with a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, or need to utilize that Scorpio energy yourself to rectify any negative energy during this week. Now, let's move on to the last sign, but definitely not least, which is Pisces, which is going to be at 4215. So Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Jupiter's. See what you guys got going on for the week of October 18th through the 25th. Pisces, you of course are mutable water, being mutable and adaptable to your own and other people's ways of feeling your emotions. And Pisces itself was born out of the 12th house of the subconscious, dreams, illusions, fantasy, and creativity, as well as imagination, which falls under fantasy. So with that being said, let's see what you guys got going on for the week of October 18th to the 25th, starting off with your Neo. So your Neo is the Ace of Clubs. So with the Ace of Clubs, you, Ace, are learning. There was another sign that had actually two. I believe it was Libra and Capricorn. Maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe even Scorpio, but there was other signs that had that same position. If you want to go through it, see what that is about. And you could be dealing with that sign in particular. Whoever else got the Ace of Clubs, or need to pay attention to that sign yourself. But let's move on to your Morpheus. And your Morpheus is the 5 of Hearts. So the 5 of Hearts is you emotionally connected to an opportunity. So you are learning, and you're emotionally connected to an opportunity during this week. So be a person, place, or thing. So let's see how your reading ends. You might be a little scattered because I feel a little scatteredness, but that also could be me. But yeah, let's move on to your Trinity and see how this reading ends, wraps up, and then we'll calculate these cards via numbers to see what energies you use to rectify this, or who you're dealing with in general. So your Trinity is the 6 of Diamonds. So you are paying attention to a gift, be a person, place, or thing. So, with that being said, we will recap in this reading. You are learning, which is got putting your emotions and you emotionally connected to an opportunity. And from being emotionally connected to an opportunity, you're paying attention to a gift during this week of October 18th through the 25th. Now, let's see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you're dealing with in general. Excuse the dogs. But, with that being said, let's calculate these cards once again. See what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you're dealing with in general. So 6 plus 5 is 11 plus the ace. So with the ace, 6 plus 5 is 11 plus the ace is 12. So that went straight to Pisces. So you could be dealing with a Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Jupiter, or an underlining Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury. So like I said, you could be your. With that being said, you could be your own worst enemy at this time, or you're dealing with a fellow Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Jupiter, or you need to utilize your own energies to rectify this, or you're dealing with a Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury, or you need to utilize the underlying Gemini energy. So starting off with the Pisces energy, you need to add more not illusions but dreams. Focus on your dreams, add creativity and imagination to whatever opportunities you're emotionally connected to, and what you're paying attention to, or use fantasy, or you need to use that Gemini energy, which is to communicate in a mutable way about whatever you are emotionally connected with and what you're paying attention to, or you like I said, you could be your own worst enemy, or you need to, or a fellow Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Jupiter, or an underlying Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury. And with that being said, that'll be all for this flight astro reading for the week of October 18th through the 25th. With that being said, I hope this helped. I hope this brought clarity or aided you in any way. Shout out to the whole Soul family. Shout out to the Pilot Man. I hope y'all got what you needed from this reading. Thank you for watching this video. For those that did, y'all remember that y'all be blessed. Remember that you'll never be less. Y'all take care and